early morning rowing, that's some pretty tough stuff. But that's the time when the water is the most flat. It's the smoothest water. The air is so still. You know, I love just rowing down here when there was fog in the early morning. It's nice, foggy.
Yeah, that's cool. Man, it's really nice right now. I can imagine it's scary when it's raining or when there's a big storm.
Oh, I love biking in the rain, dude.
Biking, I mean, that's fine. I mean rowing, getting on a boat.
Yeah, we rode all kinds of conditions. Even when it was snowing, we would usually start rowing at the end of January.
Does everyone wear life vests when they row?
Nope.
See, I don't trust this. I don't trust guys. Why are they doing this Saturday? This is depressing to me. Wouldn't you be depressed? I would be depressed if I was playing sports right now with those guys. I'd be like, I want to be home. I want to be relaxing, or just
Too much
doing
yelling.
something like this. Yeah, I don't like the yelling.
Like when you're working hard, you're not supposed to be talking or yelling. You're just supposed to be
Exactly.
breathing, just taking deep breaths, oxygen, blood rushing to your muscles.
What are they even playing? Rugby? Yeah, it's rugby, I guess.
But I guess communication's important in a ball game. I never got into any ball games, dude.
Yeah, I don't trust them. It's just too much going on.
Yeah, I'm too mentally slow for that type of thing. I'm more of a racing kind of guy.
There's nothing wrong with that. That just means you're ahead of the curve when it comes to that kind of thing.
Speaking of being mentally slow,
Yeah.
the doctors, man, they don't want to give me any treatment because they think I'm complaining about nothing. But what's been going on is the bile that's backing up in my liver. It's causing toxins to build up in my blood, you know? It's making me a little bit forgetful. That might be some kind of hepatic encephalopathy. And who knows, that might have been going on my whole life. Maybe that's why I'm so slow. I just really want to get treated, you know?
What do you need then? What do you need to happen?
Either surgery or put me on some anti-inflammatories so I can produce more bile or something.
But I mean, what kind of test do you need first for the doctor to be convinced that you have this problem?
Cholangiogram. It's just a contrast injected into the biliary tree. They can see where it's blocking up. They can see like if the sphincter and the bile duct and the duodenum and the pancreatic ducts, they can see all that.
Well,
They can do diagnostic imaging.
what's wrong with just going to a specialist and getting that done? Just say that's what I want and
I was
willing to pay
referred
for it
to
or whatever.
Referred to a gastroenterologist, and he thinks nothing's wrong with me. He thinks I'm perfectly healthy. But you know, even though I'm not jaundiced like all the time, I just had an acute episode of being jaundiced one week, and even though that's not happening, my liver might still be toxic, you know. I want to be able to process the toxins, produce enough bile. Maybe they can put me on some cholinergic medication.
Well, you can't give up then. You got to get the test done, at least for your own peace of mind, so you know one way or another. I mean, you could do it. You can call a specialist somewhere else, even if you got to pay for it. Better than nothing.
What I've been trying to do is, you know, stay hydrated consistently throughout the day, get enough water, and to have regular meals.
Yeah, that's good.
I just used to eat dinner, and that's all I had. That was like the only time I was hungry during the days. In the evenings.
Yeah. You should, if you're not going to use a camera, you should keep it on the ground just so it doesn't, you know, get knocked over by accident or something. I've been noticing it here. It's too easy. Well, I mean, if somebody bumps into it or, if, you know, a ball gets dropped and bounces over here, I'm just concerned about it.
Yeah, man, I've never dropped this before.
Even the wind, it was windy earlier. So do you go into DC much?
Oh, yeah. I love biking just down that street down there.
Yeah.
Along the water. It's very flat, not too much traffic over there. But I went over the Wilson Bridge one time, the Woodrow Wilson Bridge, and I went all the way up into southeast. Man, it's crazy up in there. I almost got run over. There was like a car chase going on right down in Anacostia by the metro. Bunch of sketchy black vans with the tinted windows, Mercedes-Benz. Cops just chasing after them.
I'm surprised. In DC?
Yeah.
I'm surprised because they got a policy not to chase people in DC.
Oh yeah, but
well, I guess they were chasing them anyways.
They ran a red in front of me. I almost got killed.
Well, it may not have been a full-out chase. Like, they can follow people. It's not like you can't pursue them at all, I suppose.
Yeah. How often do you see people running reds?
Not too often, but I have seen it. I've actually filmed it on my dash cam and put it on YouTube a couple times lately. I think twice. Twice I have.
That's just inexcusable, man. That's so dangerous.
Yeah, it seems obvious, like both times they just weren't paying attention.
I usually, sometimes on Lee Highway, the lights are so short there, I get caught up in the middle of the intersection when it's yellow. Then it turns red. So I'm pretty good.
Yeah, you're okay then.
I don't ever go out when it's red, you know.
Yeah. Good.
How many pedestrians die every year around here? Like 3 or 4?
Maybe something like that, yeah. A few would get hit. It seemed like almost every year in or around Annandale, which I can totally understand because the streets there are bad, the traffic patterns are bad. There's not many good places for people to cross, and people just cross wherever they want.
Oh yeah, man.
And so people have been hit like on Columbia Pike.
I've just been hit by cars going on the sidewalk, you know, they're coming out of the KFC or whatever. They ain't looking. You know, they're lighting a cigarette. They're talking on the phone.
I'm surprised how many people I think I've noticed on their phones at intersections, and they'll leave like 2 car spaces in between them and the car in front of them just because they stop to look at their phone and they're not paying attention. Yeah. Either way, that's ridiculous. Nobody needs to leave much space between cars anymore at intersections. And what happens if you're in the left lane is that people who want to go into the left turn lane can't even pull into there. So everybody's slowed down. Just think how much waste there is because of that. For something that costs nothing to change. There's no policy you need, nothing big to fix it. You just pull forward. Everybody moves faster. Think about how many man hours are wasted every year. It must be millions of people stuck at intersections because people leave too much space between them and the car in front of them.
Yeah, man, I've been hit. They were putting on makeup and stuff, not paying attention. I had, you know, scars everywhere on my face and stuff. Pretty dangerous. And
they can't even say it's because they're worried about a car behind them hitting them most of the time. Because a lot of times the cars are already stopped behind them. So they can't say, well, I'm worried a car's not going to slow down for me. And even if so, well, that's a risk you take because most of the time you'll be fine. It's just so ridiculous.
Yeah, I actually love driving in heavy traffic though. It's therapeutic for me.
That's
I love
cool.
just honking at people. I actually enjoy it. I don't get pissed. I'm very calm and collected about it. You know, I'm not trying to quit drinking altogether. I just drink moderation, you know. 2 or 3 shots of vodka and I'm good.
Okay.
And I take long breaks to let the liver heal, just like shoe knife. But you know, the feeling of being hungover, I actually love it. It's just very enjoyable. It makes me feel like I'm living in the present time. You know, I'm not worried about the past or the future. I'm just very calm and collected all the time, able to do my work. And it's just pretty nice being 21 years old. You know,
yeah, enjoy it.
But yeah, I don't condone drinking alcohol. It could be problematic if you're an aggressive person. Yeah. You never want to take out your anger with violence.
It's basically a poison, right? Alcohol?
Oh yeah, it's a poison. And the metabolites, the acetaldehyde and stuff, those are even worse of a poison. But that's the same stuff that keeps me going, man. It keeps me, you know, calm and collected. I'm never get angry or agitated.
That's good. Anything. How are things with your parents?
Oh, they're pretty good, you know. I just hate it when they have the volume on the TV so low, it's so quiet all the time. You know, they have the TV right next to the kitchen, and I don't know why they don't just move it to the living room. And it's like when I'm trying to eat, you know, a piece of bread or something, and the wet noises from my mouth and chewing and stuff, that's all you can hear in the room. It's dead silent.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I like to have some kind of noise going.
I get panic attacks, you know, sometimes when I hear the wet noises of someone salivating and chewing their food and stuff. You know, I get panic attacks when people are tapping their foot in class, and it's part of anxiety, you know, having some anxiety. It's pretty bad, but I know how to control it. This Valsalva maneuver, I've got it all down to a fine science. I'm able to just slow my heartbeat down, regulate it. I don't get as much heart palpitations now that I'm doing that.
And you're making good videos. How do you feel after you do them? Like, are you glad you do them? Because I never would have thought you'd do ASMR videos. And they're so funny. And they're not exactly, right to the plane. They're not like exactly ASMR. You're reviewing stuff usually, or talking about your day or your job or whatever, your school, in your videos. But how do you feel after you make those? Or what? How'd you? What are you going through?
Intoxicated. You know?
Cool. Yeah.
I don't feel anything.
Well, that's good. I mean, intoxicated, not feeling nothing.
Wait for it to upload and pass out. But I'm a very responsible alcoholic. You know, I never go out in public while I'm messed up. That's just bad.
That's good. Yeah.
It leads to a lot of problems with the police. Never want to get in trouble with the law around here. You know, I'm working in a high stakes environment in the hospital.
Yeah.
So I follow the law, you know. I'm a law-abiding citizen.
Are your classes fun?
Oh, it's pretty tough. The lectures are so long, like 3 or 4, maybe even 6 hours.
Wow.
And there's exams like almost every week. Long exams, like 70 questions.
How many people are in your classes?
48.
Wow, okay.
But some of them have probably left already.
Yeah. Sometimes I wonder if I should have done something like that, like radiology. Just taking it, because again, it's what, 4 years?
It's 2 years.
2 years.
To get the information to be able to get registered. And it's a lot of, you know, there's a competency-based program.
Oh, I can't do that, competency.
So you have to do like about 16 of them total. You get to fail only 5 of them and redo those. And then if you can't meet those standards, you're out.
Wow.
It's so tough. You always got to be on your game. You know, you got to know what you're doing when you're working around these patients.
Yeah, I get you.
The patient satisfaction that's how we know that the radiology department is doing a good job.
I see.
But I see some of these chest x-rays. I'm not licensed to be able to interpret them. I just take the images, right? But I know a little bit about the pathology already, and I've been seeing people with pleural effusion and stuff, tuberculosis. Radiologists just call them out. Sometimes if there's no life-threatening conditions that a patient is having, the radiologist says nothing's wrong with them. They say, you know, the mediastinum does not appear enlarged. There's no pleural effusion, no indications of cardiopulmonary disease. Some of these patients just get dismissed, and they have to keep coming back, keep getting more treatments. That's how they make their money.
Wow.
The healthcare industry is really whack in this country. We got to actually treat the patients, listen to their complaint. You know, they're just probably focused on the people in the ICU just dying. Can't really do anything to turn that around.
Are there other hospitals in Arlington other than Virginia Hospital Center?
There's Virginia Inova Urgent Care.
Oh yeah.
And there's some children's hospitals.
But that's crazy to me. We have like 50 grocery stores and one real hospital. We could have more hospitals if we wanted. I'm sure there's a lot of rules getting in the way. Just get the rules out of the way. Let people build more hospitals.
Yeah, VHC, it's so busy all day.
Oh, I bet.
I've been taking like 15 or 20, maybe even 30 chest x-rays every day, doing the portables, taking the x-ray to their rooms. It's a lot of hard work, busy all the time, just walking around. It'll keep me slim if I can keep up with it, you know. I have an aversion to gaining body fat, you know. I don't want to mess around with any of those health issues related with that type of disease pathology.
I heard there are no old people who are very overweight or like morbidly obese.
I guess you don't really see it as often because they just die young. Yeah. You know.
And I also heard for every pound of fat, your body has like an extra 5 miles of capillaries or something. I can't remember what they said, but that's all that extra
resistance
veins that your heart has to pump blood through.
It's pretty dangerous. You know, they get heart attacks all the time. It's kind of a strain on the rest of our healthcare, you know.
Yeah, it's crazy how much of medicine is treating stuff that we can just prevent. And I'm not saying it because for the reasons a lot of people say, they act like, oh, but people are just lazy or stupid. I'm not saying that at all. Like, people have addictions. You know, it's difficult to lose weight. It's difficult to do anything. I'm just saying, just in general, it's surprising how much stuff is just preventable, whether it's accidents, whether it's fighting, whether it's smoking, drinking, obesity, sleep, all that stuff. Not to say that all that's just easy to remedy. I'm just saying it is like we can that stuff you can manage, or I don't even know how to say it exactly. It's just, you know, it's something you can make decisions about. It's not like coming down with an illness in exactly the same way. Not saying those people are irresponsible. Again, I just want to put that out there because a lot of people do put a very negative spin on that.
Yeah, man, if any of you are having problems with your weight, go get the sleeve surgery. Go talk about the lap band with your doctor.
Well, not any problems with it. That's probably people who are very obese, right?
Well, I guess so.
Okay.
Got too many rolls of fat. I'm not trying to put down fat people, but I just want to help them out, you know. Stay hydrated, have a proper diet, activity all day long.
Yeah, it's tough. Even I'm overweight. I mean, I'm not like very obese or anything, but even I've been trying to lose weight for the last 3 years, and it's always hard to stick to the discipline.
Oh yeah.
Been more successful lately though, but other times not as much. I don't understand friends who ride bikes together. That creeps me out too. I don't trust that either.
Yeah.
I don't want to... Oh, it stopped filming. Okay, it's back.
Yeah, Shannon. I was taking all kinds of pictures.
I don't know why, but the white and blue planes and silver ones, they're fine, but when I see a red one, it freaks me out a little bit. I guess it makes me more aware of how vulnerable the planes are, because it doesn't look like it's a part of the sky.
So I had so much fun with the night photography class this summer. Just going out late at night, biking anywhere I want to.
Yeah, that sounds cool. Yeah, you know what, that I noticed, that's probably one of my impediments to going out and filming stuff around the city or wherever I want, is having to park my car somewhere. That's always, I think about it, I'm like, where am I going to park my car if I want to go somewhere here or whatever? You know, there may not be a good place to park near there.
I'm just addicted to the freedom of biking.
That's what I got to do. I got to get a bike.
I love biking.
Where do I get a cheap bike though? Bikes are so expensive.
You go to directbikes.com.
Okay.
You build it yourself. It's just a kit and comes in a big box. It's pretty cheap. Like you can get a road bike for $400 or something.
See, that's still too expensive for me. All right, I got to figure it out. But I would love that. That would be great to get around.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Especially at night.
I used to skip classes in high school solely just to go on a long bike ride.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. I would do that over running.
Didn't care about nothing up in that high school. They didn't teach me anything, man.
Me neither. And I never liked bikes, the regular standard bikes with the handle brakes. When I was a kid, I always rode the bikes that you just hit the pedals and you brake. Now I realize that can be kind of dangerous because sometimes it's awkward, or if your foot slips, then you can't brake, or the chain would slip. One time that was bad. I was at Fort Myer riding my bike in laps, and the chain didn't break, but it's like it slipped loose from the rotating like wheel or whatever, and I was going too fast to just jump off or put my feet on the ground, so I just had to keep going and riding around in circles and hope nobody got in my way.
You just got to make sure your chain is properly greased and it's all clean down there. Like when you go on a bike ride, when the roads are wet, it kicks up the sand and the dirt all up in the moving parts. That's kind of what contributes to that problem.
The other thing I don't like about the handle brakes is bikes like that. I don't like the straight like bar of handles. Like, I mean, I don't know, it's called I know it's called a handlebar, but it's like straight. I don't like holding it straight. I like the angled ones, kind of like a dirt bike or whatever. That I would ride as a kid. They were much more comfortable to hold.
If you got a straight handlebar, I recommend cutting off about 3 inches because they're kind of long sometimes.
And they're hard to maneuver. That's what I don't like.
Grip.
Yeah, you can't turn well. That's what I liked about the ones with the bent bar, is you could actually lean into your turn more, and it was more fun for like stunts. Like I wouldn't jump that high off anything, but you know, jump a few inches off the ground. But that was fun. I get thrown from my bike sometimes. And also you could hit the brakes really hard. That was fun about it too.
Yeah, man, when I'm biking around and I'd go over those potholes, oh man, it's like getting kicked in the balls like 100 times. Like, I've been having problems down there, man. Too much friction going on.
You gotta be careful about that. Don't sit, dead square on your whatever vas deferens.
Put on some Vaseline or get a
whatever it's called, seminal vesicle. Yeah. Sit more on your ass than on your crotch.
So tender down there. They need to fix the potholes around here.
Yeah, they do. That's crazy.
Just walking around all day, the friction just bouncing. It's like, wow.
I want a $50 bike, or I guess I could find one on Craigslist. But that's what I want. Just a cheap bike like I had when I was a kid with just the pedal brakes. Or no brakes, technically.
I got that scrotal ultrasound done. It was so awkward, I didn't say a word while they were doing it.
I've had that done before too. I was 21. I didn't know, like I thought, I felt a bump or something, and it turned out it was probably just scar tissue or something, thank goodness. But yeah, they did that, and I was like, oh man, I hope I don't get a hard-on right now.
Yeah, that's male reproductive health. When you're in your 20s, it's so important. You got to stay on top of it.
Yeah.
Go see your doctor if anything's going on with you.
Exactly.
It's a good thing they didn't find the testicular cancer. I don't want to lose a damn testicle. That would be messed up.
Yeah. Then you'll just have 2.
It's such a nice view.
It is, man. It's amazing. Love it.
Used to go rowing all up and down here in the afternoons, all the way until the sun is setting.
It's kind of weird having this by DC, just because DC is so congested and crowded, but it's so artificial as well. Like it's been put here because it's by DC, and they want people to have a nice place to relax, even though the actual city of DC is so miserable. I mean, miserable to get around in. The metro's horrible, traffic's horrible, the traffic patterns are bad. You have like 8-way intersections that are complicated to get through. Parking, you might not be able to park within a mile of a venue if there's a big event going on.
Oh yeah. I usually try to find free parking, but usually it's like right in front of someone's apartment. The tenant gets pissed off. I don't want to get my car towed.
Yeah.
I gotta bust out the other lens here.
It's a Washington Monument back there.
I don't know how to edit out the shakiness on the video.
You can stabilize it, but usually it's not worth it because it'll create weird warping effects and like distortions in the aspect ratio. I was just saying to Joseph, it's too bad this is fenced off right here because this is a real nice little area, but whatever, it's not available. I have no idea what these are here. It's almost like horse racing, horse stalls or something. Are you filming? Here, I'll do the slate for you so you can have it synced up. Oh, wait.
You're pretty thirsty right now, I suppose.
Now I'm moist Angelo.
You gotta
I want some moisture.
step up your hydration game.
Well, I'm stepping it up.
So basically, we're just out here enjoying the view of the airport. Very nice. Planes taking off and landing and stuff. There's the river.
I have no idea what these red things are here, though. It's like horse stalls or something.
Oh yeah. They're probably to keep the crows away.
Really? How do these keep crows away? I want to keep walking. I'm thirsty.
Oh yeah.
Come on, step up your walking game. And do you have the kit lens? You know, it's like 18 to 55 millimeters for your camera, because that's like really convenient to use for like all situations.
I don't really like using it.
Really?
The end of it is made of plastic. It's kind of shaky, a cheap design. I prefer like metal Canon FD lenses, you know?
Okay.
Made in the 70s in Japan.
But the problem with the lenses you use is just they're long, so you have to, no matter what, you always have to kind of get wide. I mean, go back to get a wide shot.
Oh yeah. I kind of like the depth of field look, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, a good component of it. But I'll just stick with my wide shots and deep focus, thank you.
Yeah. I'm not really pro when it comes to cinematic type of stuff. I'm just getting into this, you know? I used to just take, night photography, doing those spherical panoramas.
This is how weird Joseph is. He told me meet him by the portapotties. Like anywhere you say to meet, it freaks me out.
Oh yeah.
The first time we were going to meet, you said meet me like at the, I can't remember what. It kind of smells here. Let's keep moving. I forget what you said. Meet you at the end of some place on the chain bridge, like the little path where nobody can see or something. Like it was like some weird place. I was like, can we meet in public where somewhere more visible?
I'm kind of a sketchy guy sometimes.
Yeah.
But I swear I'm not hostile.
Yeah, you're not. But I didn't know you. First time meeting you, it's like, can we not meet like in a little like underneath a bridge or something? That you were saying like underneath a pedestrian bridge or something weird.
Sorry about that.
It's all right.
I was flying over trout.
Flying over trout, yeah. We're about to go, so I just got my drink of water from my bird shit stain covered car, and here with Joseph. Check out his channel. It's hilarious. It's amazing. I know his stuff's gonna go viral. Joseph ASMR. And we'll see each other again sometime.
I just ran out of space.
Oh, okay. Whatever. We can walk over to your bike if you want.
Sure.
Come on by sometime and just hang out here. If you're in the DC area. Don't go into DC. It's a hellhole. But go to Gravelly Point. That's as far as you need to go.
Yeah, man. I've almost been mugged plenty of times walking around down by the Kennedy Center and stuff.
Yeah, it sucks.
I didn't even have any cash on me, so I was scared.